Thomas Altizer teaches in the Department of Religion, School of Arts and Sciences, not in Emory's Theology School. Still, practicing theologians and clergymen in Europe and America read his work. He is heard in high sanctuaries. The Most Reverend Paul J. Hallinan, Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Atlanta, has heard that God is dead.
Dr. Altizer speaks with a voice tuned to the student generation, that interesting group today that considers the enemy to be everybody over 30. He talks like an evangelist, appalled and dismayed at the heartlessness of the world, and he asks fresh questions about man's most tireless search, that is, to find his own meaning. His present importance lies, I believe, in these three virtues. He is young, he is fervent, and he is searching, and we should be grateful for this. At this stage in his career, his importance as a theologian is still to be won. Certainly, Dr. Altizer is speaking of a vital theme. Has God meaning? He has the questions, and bold enough to emerge as a Barth or a Tillich of the 1970s. But right now, he is more of an event than a theologian.
A world in which God is not real. Therefore, the Christ whom we are called to know, a new form of Christ, if you like, is a Christ who exists and is real and is manifest and is present apart from any sign, apart from any reality of God. Traditional Christianity believes that after the crucifixion, Jesus Christ was resurrected from the dead and ascended into heaven. Now, I repudiate the doctrine of the ascension. I believe that the movement of the incarnation is a continual and total movement into flesh, so that after the crucifixion, Christ does not return to heaven. He does not ascend to heaven. On the contrary, he descends ever more deeply into the flesh, into the world, into life.
Christianity has had many strange allies, both unwitting and unwilling, and the death of God theologians may turn out to be such strange bedfellows. Dr. Altizer's questions may force church-going Americans to inventory their own souls. It happened with Galileo in his honest work in science, Marx in his human pity, Freud in his explorations of the unconscious and subconscious. In each case, the churches had to rethink their position.
I think that the so-called radical theology, or the so-called death of God theology, is a theology that witnesses to, as I said before, a newer form of Christ, a fuller, more total, more universal manifestation of Christ, and that what this kind of theology makes possible is a Christian living in the world, so that we can live fully in the world, we can live totally in the world, and we don't have to be bound up to nostalgic memories of the past. We don't have to exist in fear of some kind of distant, invisible, oppressive God.
God will not die all at once, nor by sections, but sections of Christians may let him die in the hardness of their hearts or in the cold indifference of their churches. Dr. Altizer may have come to the aid of Christianity just in time.